Hey guys, thanks for watching. I have got a couple quick announcements before we get started with the video. Some things that I'm excited about. Over the last year in particular, some of you subscribers have been asking if History Hound gear is actually a thing. And up until now, the answer's been no. But I'm really excited to announce that now History Hound has got t-shirts and hoodies. There's a couple of great guys that I ran across. Ken and Mark Guthrie. Now they run a website called detectives.com, and a lot of great detectorists have gone to them for having their t-shirts made up, and I did the same thing, and it's been a great experience. They helped me out. I'm not a tech savvy guy, and be honest with you, trying to get all this done had me a little nervous, but they walked me right through it, and I think the end result looks really, really good. I think you'll like it. So I'm going to put the website in the description on this video, a link that you can follow to the website. The shirts may not be on the website just yet, but they will be very shortly. So if you don't see History Hound gear there, just come back in a day or two. It'll be there. Now you can get whatever color shirt you want. You can get the design in black and white. There's a lot of different things that you can have done to suit what you're looking for. So it's a great way to support this channel, and also Mark and Ken Guthrie. They're detectorists as well. So that's one announcement. The other thing that I've been getting a lot of comments on lately is the music for the intro to this video. Now, I've told you guys in the past, that's my cousin Caleb sitting down with his dobro. Very talented guy. He's never recorded anything, and there's not any plans in the immediate future to do so. He's just a guy that plays a dobro, and he does it because he loves it. He's got some original pieces. Well, the good news is he's going to start making a few more pieces, and you're going to be hearing them. You're going to hear one of them on this video, and I know a lot of you guys are like me. You just really love the sound of that instrument. It is a beautiful instrument, and Caleb does a wonderful job playing it, and I'm very thankful that he's willing to share his music on this channel. That's it. That's all the announcements I got. Hope you guys enjoy this video. All right, back out to the big quiet field. And there are some things that you find that you expect to find in a big quiet field. And this is one of them, but I still like finding them. Getting a pretty good collection going. I don't believe it. I think I just got another flat button. Right there is the imprint. Oh my gosh, it might have a shank on it. That is crazy. Look at that. And there it is. It's absolutely what it is. Wow. I was tickled to death with finding one, but to be totally honest with you, wasn't sure I'd find two. Interesting spot here. Let me clean it up. Maybe there's a back mark. Man, do I have something weird looking here. Look at that. Is that some sort of a weird button? What have we got? Oh, please be something on the face of that. What is that? What the heck? I don't know. It looks old, but I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. That would be nice to get an ID on. So there you go. Right here with those other flat buttons. Huh. All right, we'll keep going. A couple years ago, after I had started my YouTube channel, I got a comment on a video from a lady. Her channel name was Grandma Liz's Kisses, and I thought, man, what an interesting channel name. And first thing I noticed, in her comments is she typed in all caps, but her comments, and she commented on so many videos, they were always the sweetest comments. You just could tell she just had a great big old heart and really lived up to her YouTube name. She felt like a grandmother. I always look forward to seeing Liz's comments, and got the news this morning that Liz passed away last night, and I'm really going to miss talking to her. Got to be friends with her on Facebook, and she's been sick for a little while and in and out of the hospital. But I tell you that just to ask you, if you don't mind, just say a prayer for Liz's family. Her husband Rick, he's a metal detectorist. His channel is Carolina Cheapo Metal Detecting. Maybe drop by and give him a comment and encourage him. But it's sad, but I also know that Liz is in a much better place. Oh, this is absolutely my favorite time of year. All right, guys, here is a permission that I have wanted to dig for years. It's an early 1900s home and got a beautiful creek. You can hear the creek right down in the laurels there, and some old cedar trees. I made one pass right along the bush line there and haven't come up with a lot other than some trash. But it's nice to be able to dig a place you've been looking at for a long time. Well, that is all you're going to see of that hunt. Not one single find to show you out of that yard. It blew my mind after waiting all that time to get that permission. I dug nothing but clad. I didn't even dig old junk, and I don't understand it. But it was so disappointing. But here's a tip, especially any place rural. If you've got an old home site, and this goes back to the early 1900s, this one does, the chances are those were not the first people there. When people looked for a home site back in the early 1900s in these mountains, they looked for farmable land and access to good water. That's something that hasn't changed over the course of history. So if you find those two things together, you need to broaden your search. And that's what I did. So I walked to another location on this property, a little bit closer to water, and I got history. All right, guys, I am once again at another location. And this one has a little possibility, and I got a cool relic. I don't know what that would have been, though. It looks like maybe it was made to stand up or something. I thought I had a ring at first, the way that looks. But it's brass. So, kind of curious. If you know what that is, let me know. That end right there is broke off. That came to a natural point. So maybe that's a little further clue. Well, I got a weird one here. That rang up 83 several times. It is very worn out. You know what? I think that's a dime. Yeah, I thought it was a worn out penny. I'll clean the date off of it. Well, anytime I get around dirt that's been plowed up, even if it's covered over with growth like this, I'm checking the bare spots, always looking for an artifact. And I got one here, and it's a real crude little deal. But let me give you a little pointer on how to identify whether you've just got a rock or you have an artifact. And this would have been a preform. So the Native Americans would have taken this material and worked it into a crude shape. And the intent was to work it down later. Here's how you can tell just a rock from a preform, a good way anyway. Look at the edges. Do you see that zigzag pattern? That's where they're striking, and they're trying to thin this piece of stone down to make a point. It's called a platform. So there's one going this way. This dip right here, that's a platform to drive a piece off this side. Right here, platform up there, and the dip right here to drive a piece off this side. Flip it over, and you should see the same thing on the other side. And you can see it really good right there. So this is absolutely an artifact. A natural break is not gonna have that wavy design in it. More than likely. I'm not gonna say 100%, but almost positively not on both sides. Look at this natural. The back's broken natural. You see that? It's a straight line. So you start seeing that wavy, that's been worked. And of course, my other test, and this works out a lot of the times, is look down the length of it and you're looking for something in the shape of a football. So that's a pretty cool little preform. Good sign there's something else here too. Well, there's something you expect to find out in a garden. An overall button. It says Liberty on it, I'm pretty sure. That's the second one I found, back to back. Well, I found a lot of flaking around here. A lot of quartz flaking, but this is always a good indication. And I like to show this. I've shown this in several videos. But this one's a pretty cool piece because it's got the cortex on the outside of it, but that's flint, and that's not native to here. So that traveled a little ways to make it here, but it makes excellent points. So anytime that I see this stuff laying on the ground, I know that I'm in a place where there was a little bit of Native American activity. Now that's probably fairly unique to my area. That's probably not true at all for most of you, especially in Tennessee and Virginia and places like that. So, but right here in extreme western Appalachia, we just didn't have this stuff. All right, guys, that's it. That is about an hour. That's what I got into that, and just a small section of the garden. Got our bullets and bolts and various whatnots. A piece of old churn, I believe, and buckle. A couple overall buttons. A dime that I can't get a date off of, but it's not a good one. That, which I would really like to know what that was. And I think my favorites are the two artifacts. It's a good day. All right, guys, I'm at a new permission, and I'm not going to show you a lot of the property because, well, probably just better not to. It's right off the side of a road. Anyway, you gotta check this out. Just got started, and there's this little well house thing here. I guess that's what it is. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest with you. But I'm standing here next to it, and something catches my artifact hunting eye. Check this out. Look at that. 3 little points embedded right there in the concrete. That's a little beauty right there. That's pretty cool. I kind of walked all the way around. I didn't see anything else, but that's a cool little idea. I hope everybody that sees that leaves that alone. 3 little quartz points. History everywhere you look. All right, there's the very first wheat cent, 1940. I think that'll clean up pretty, but wasn't sure about the age of this place, so I've got a lot of clad, but that's the first old one so far, and a good sign. Well, I don't know how I missed this the first time. Look at that. Oh boy, it's broke, but that is absolutely an artifact. I can just tell from the material. Let me zoom out here. Look at that. Oh, I started working the back of that one down too. I don't know if that one ever made it whole or not, but there's your napping platforms. Pretty. Well, I had to hop up here in the corn rows, and I am swinging as I'm walking, but I'm also looking. And I just got a cool artifact. Well, that doesn't look like an artifact until you flip it. Check that out. That is as smooth as a baby's butt right there. So that was used for some grinding of some sort. Very, very cool. I don't have any grindstone, so that's a first. And my wife said this hobby would never amount to anything for her. Surface find. What do we got? Saks Fifth Avenue. There you go, babe. Merry Christmas. I love the smell of history in the morning. Look at that. That's one of my favorite things to find. Ye old musket ball. That one's in pretty good shape. Looks like it's been dropped to me. What in tarnation is that thing? It's made out of brass. Man, that sucker was down there. Look at that. Wow. Well, I don't know. Maybe you do. Favorite types of finds. And I thought I had a weird coin at first. It's the biggest one I've ever found. And I'm always just hoping for detail. That does not look encouraging though. It's a bale seal. Maybe we'll have some a good story on this side anyway. Oh, that one is in great shape. NM & Co. I have my doubts I'm going to pull that up online. It's very vague, but I'm going to try. That one is awesome. I just have a gut feeling that I was going to get a silver today. Look at the size of that crater. I completely missed it. I don't even know what it is yet, but it's right there. What have we got? You know, I would really benefit from a digger, but I'm not getting one. I'm too set in my ways. Ooh. All right. That's a Mercury dime. 1926. Ooh, that looks like it's in good shape. A little bit of wear around the edges. Well, Frugal Drew, one of my subscribers, had been yelling at me to get a squirt bottle, and I don't have one yet. So this is going to have to wait to get washed off. Man, that's cool. All right, very next hole. I think I'm on a little hot spot. They do pop up occasionally. And I just saw green there. I'm going to call that one an Indian just from the green. I've been wrong before, but I believe it is. And I'm wrong again. But it's an old one though. Oh, hush. Yeah, I should have known that was a wheat cent because it rang up right at 80. Let's see. 1919. 99 years old. I will take it.